Introducing the Rinseless Wash Kit.
I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is DIY Detail. Today we're going to go through our beautiful little Rinseless Wash Kit. You've never detailed before, you've never washed your car. These are the things that will get you a nice, clean, and shiny car.
Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Exactly. Starting off, All Clean. This is our all-purpose cleaner. And in this sort of kit, it has a lot of different uses. One is to clean your wheels and tires. This is pre-diluted, ready to go. Also, if you have those nasty little insects on the front or a bird that left you a present on the hood or the roof, this is going to help remove it.
Now people say, what is rinseless wash, right? It means you don't rinse after your contact wash. So you obviously could rinse beforehand. So All Clean could be sprayed on, agitated in, and then pressure washed away.
Exactly.
And it could also be used on paint, All Clean on, pressure wash away as part of your pre-treat before your contact wash.
Exactly. Now for your wheels, you're wondering, oh, how am I going to clean the wheels? I've got the All Clean on there. Rinsing it off, is that enough? No, you need a bit of agitation. And for that agitation, we have our wheel and body brush. This is a great brush. It's very, very safe for your paint, safe for your wheels, even if you have those glossy black wheels. And as a bonus, you can use it to get rid of those bugs on the mirrors and on the front end once they've been pre-treated with either the Rinseless Wash or the All Clean.
A lot of people use two different brushes for your wheels. I'm telling you, you can absolutely just use the green flag tipped for your tires and the rim faces. Trust us, it works great.
Exactly. Next, the Rinseless Wash itself. Why we named the kit the Rinseless Wash? Because of this. Now, Rinseless Wash is an incredible cleaning product. You can use it on the interior of your car, you can use it on the exterior, you can use it to clean your windows, a lot of different uses, and it's a very, very concentrated formula. This, we dilute 256 to 1, or 4 milliliters to a liter. That's a lot of product.
Someone out there saying, okay, I can do math with a calculator, but I've never diluted something before. Can you just quickly simplify that once more?
Exactly.
You'd be surprised. People hear that and they're like, I know 256 to 1, and then they've never diluted a product and they have to do some more research.
Right, so half an ounce to a gallon, or 4 milliliters to a liter. A capful for every gallon, or a capful for every 4 liters. That's all you need.
Mix that up and then grab an empty bottle,
right,
and dunk it into your bucket, so you don't have to try to dilute just a little bit of product into your 16 or 32 ounce spray bottle. So
exactly,
that's the best way to get it into a bottle diluted properly, and he told you how to get into your bucket.
And then we want you to pre-spray the vehicle. Now, pre-spraying the vehicle, like Nick said, you can get a fancy sprayer, or you can just get a regular trigger sprayer and just get it on the vehicle. And then you let the Rinseless Wash do its job. It emulsifies the dirt, it breaks down the dirt, and it separates it from the surface, making it a lot easier and simpler to clean. And this is where the hose becomes optional if you need it or not.
And people have said our Rinseless Wash cleans better than any they've used before. I can't say that we're saying that, but trust us, this is not every other Rinseless Wash that's ever been created. People are loving this for a reason.
Right. It's a blend of surfactants and polymers. Now, the reason I said the hose is optional, if your car is not that dirty, you can skip the hose. But you can also pre-rinse using this. So we've pre-applied the product, we've let it emulsify the dirt, we've let it break it down, then we hose it off, then we can do our contact wash. And that's gonna get the grit, the heavy stuff off.
You don't need a pressure washer either. If you just have a garden hose with the different nozzles on it, you want some attachment for your hose, that's all you need.
Exactly. Now, how do we wash the surface? That's where the Legacy sponge comes in.
This is such a great way to rinseless wash. Ivan, can you explain all these little squares and what happens with this when you use our Rinseless Wash?
Right. So the Rinseless Wash, very simple to use. We have a ton of videos on it. We'll have a link in the description below. But the sponge itself has two-sided, and it's actually the same foam, just two different color foams. And the reason we did that is to give you a little mental cue as to, have I done this section yet or haven't I? And have I used this side of the sponge or not? The other thing that this does, it's designed specifically for rinseless washing. And yes, you can use it with soap and water. It's actually great there as well. But for rinseless washing, even better. Now, with rinseless washing, what we're doing is we don't want to just dunk this in the bucket, lift it out, and start slathering all over the vehicle. What we want to do is take it out of our bucket, give it a quick little squeeze, so it's just on the verge of dripping, and then take it to the vehicle. The cuts do a couple things for us. They make it more flexible on the surface. The other thing that they do is they allow somewhere for, if you do have grit, for it to go. Now, the other aspect of this sponge that's a lot of fun, and the reason we say not to take it wet on there, what does a sponge do?
Ivan, a sponge absorbs.
Exactly. So if it's soaking wet, it doesn't have that capacity of absorbing. We want it to actually absorb the dirt off the surface into it. And then you bring it back to your wash bucket, put it in. As soon as you touch it to the surface, the sponge is clean again.
Some might say, well, you don't have a grit guard in your kit. You don't have a bucket in your kit. Folks, you can use a grit guard. We would recommend using one,
right,
but it's not necessary. And we literally said, everything you need, nothing you don't. So I would err on the side of using a hose for your pre-rinse if you're worried about that.
Right. And as for the bucket, shipping buckets is rather expensive, and we know you can buy them locally.
Exactly. And this stuff is unique.
And you can buy the color bucket you want.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, next, we have to dry the vehicle. We have two things to help with drying. First of all, a quality microfiber drying towel. Now, the drying towel, we have a lot of different types. This one works very well as far as I'm concerned, the waffle weave. It's a nice 70-30 blend, does what you need to do, and it's big enough that you're definitely going to do the whole vehicle with it.
Absolutely. Ivan, you've been in detailing for 40 more years.
Yep.
I've heard of wax, I've used wax, but you grew up applying it, you know, and now the technology has advanced so much that we use a drying aid called ceramic gloss that I think pairs so well with Rinseless Wash.
Exactly.
It protects like a wax, but it's a lot easier to apply.
Much, much easier. So while the panel is still wet, one spray, not two, not three, just one spray on the panel, and you'll actually see the water, or the Rinseless Wash in our case, flopping down, just going down. And we missed a point.
Oh, did we?
Why did we call it a rinseless wash? At this point, we don't rinse. We go from applying the product to drying it. That's where we don't rinse. But with this, we make it even easier to dry. And with a rinseless wash, you don't need a drying aid, but it's fun to have.
I like a drying aid because your paint is going to, I don't know, have more lubrication on it.
Exactly.
As you dry, and you're leaving that shine of protection.
Right. And ceramic gloss gives you a good 6 months worth of protection. It's a phenomenal product, and as far as I'm concerned, our best smelling product.
I think ceramic gloss and rinseless together are like the dynamic duo of our entire line.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And finally, you've detailed the car. You've cleaned it. It's looking great. But your tires, we want nice glossy tires.
You gotta have some tire shine, as they say in the industry.
Right.
We call ours tire lotion.
Exactly. And it goes on like a lotion. It's a nice, thick consistency. And we've included another brush.
You know, Ivan, you always say use less.
Right.
And I always use more.
Right.
So recently I've actually tried to do what you say, which is only 2 sprays of tire lotion on this brush.
Yeah.
Because I've been 6 or 7 sprays at a time. Let's get to why we use a brush in the first place, but trust us when we say you just need a little bit of this stuff and it will go a long way.
Right. The reason we use a brush, used to be tires were just a flat slab of rubber with maybe some letters on them. Now they have all these little sipes in them. They have all these little cuts, and to make them more interesting for your eye, but at the same time, it makes it a lot more difficult to detail.
Oh my gosh.
And to get tire dressing on. That's where the brush comes in. And the brush offers you really good control. And if you have a truck with the big knobby tires, this allows you to get all those nice contours of your tire coated and covered.
Once you have applied tire lotion with a brush, you'll never go back.
Exactly.
It's very easy to work right around the face of the wheel and then right along the edge of the tire as well.
Exactly. With that, if you'd like to see this kit, I think we have a link below on it.
We absolutely do. Rinseless washing will change your life. Give it a shot, guys. We hope you enjoy. And let us know if we can answer any questions. We answer all of them right here on YouTube.